Hey guys, welcome to the video. Thanks for joining today. Today I thought I would do a little overview of all the shoes I'm putting daily miles in today. I'm not including specialized like trail shoes. I do have the Li-Ning Fadian 5 that I use for more of a race shoe. But I just thought I'd go through the ones that I'm putting daily trainer miles in. It is quite an extensive list, though I will say a few of them are about to be trimmed in some way or another. So this is what I'm using right now. I have 7 shoes I'm putting different miles in. The first one over here is the Topo Phantom 4. I've had it for quite a while. I've got 310 miles on these. They come with a 33mm stack height in the heel, 28 in the forefoot for a 5mm drop. Nice and cushioned, uses their zip foam formula. It's nice and soft, but it has enough response that you don't feel like you get stuck down in the foam, so you can actually do a variety of paces in those. I'm not putting as many miles in those as I once was, but they've still got a lot of life. I put 450 miles in the Phantom 3, so I am still putting some miles in those. The next shoe over is one I was planning to be totally specialized. It's the Mountain Coast C1. I've enjoyed the R1 so much and the H1, the hybrid version, that I decided to get the C1 when it came out. The C1 I believe is for comfort, so it's a high cushioned. It's 42 in the heel, 36 in the forefoot, 6mm drop. It's a little bit more shoe than I normally prefer. I usually don't like high stack heights like this, but I bought this primarily because I've got a couple long fixed time races coming up later this year, and I really thought I was going to set it aside for that. Now I had in the past 3 weeks or so, right after I got these, I had a flare-up of the arthritis in my back. So I found this was one of the shoes I could run in most comfortably because of all that cushion. So I've already got them up to over 40 miles. So I'm going to go ahead and get over 50 and then do some comparisons and a full review, and then they will probably be set aside until I do one of those really long races. So they won't get a lot more daily miles, but unless I have more arthritis problems. The next shoe that I've put a little over 110 miles in is the Altra Experience Flow 3. I have found these to be some of my favorite Ultras in quite a while. Now these are ones with the 4mm drop. They are 32 in the heel, 28 in the forefoot, 4mm drop. They have the Ego P35 foam, which I think is a big improvement over the Ego Max foam that they used before, in that it definitely adds some bounce, some response. They've made the upper more flexible material. They definitely breathe better. I'm enjoying these shoes really well. And then you get into, I've gone kind of crazy in trying out some of the Chinese shoes. I like that they're inexpensive. The first one I bought was the Li-Ning Red Hare 8 Pro. I think I paid $62 with shipping and tax for this one, but it has a full PIBA midsole, stability shank in it. I'm estimating the stack height is 36 in the heel, 28 in the forefoot, 8mm drop. This has been an extremely comfortable shoe. I really enjoy it. The one negative I would say is that the outsole rubber for me wears out. I've got a little over 220 miles in these. I put shoe goo on it first when I got to about 120 miles, and again at about 170. It needs it again now. The foam still feels good. These shoes would still be quite usable. However, I've decided for the amount I paid for them that I wanted to try the Li-Ning Red Hare 9 Pro, which is just the newer version. So I wanted to do comparisons. So I'm probably done or about done with the 8 Pro. So I'm doing the 9 Pro now. I've got a bit over 30 miles in these. They are a very similar feeling shoe. They've changed the stability plate placement a little bit, the shape of it, but it's still got this similar sort of GCR rubber. It's still a beaded PIBA foam. I did pay a little bit more for these. It seems like the Li-Ning shoes have gone up a little bit in price as their popularity's gone up. So I think I paid around $90 for these, but still a good price for a PIBA foam with stability plate. I think the materials are really nice. It breathes really well. You can actually see your foot through the mesh. So anyway, enjoying these shoes as well. You can expect a full review on those before too long because I'm over 30 miles. I want to get over 50 before I do it. Then the next one I bought was the X-Step 2,000 kilometer version 5. I found this one really interesting because it's inexpensive, but they advertise it should last 2,000 kilometers. I'm not sure, I really don't buy that they're going to last 2,000 kilometers, but I think they are built to where they're going to be very durable. I have over probably 110 miles in these as well. It uses a ATPU foam. It was extremely stiff the first couple runs, but it does break in. I'm actually finding them very comfortable. I'm enjoying them now. I would still say they're a pretty firm shoe, but really nice. The upper again is kind of a tougher plasticky sort of feel, but it breathes well. The fit is a little narrow. If anything, they run a little long. A lot of the Chinese shoes that I'm finding don't come in half sizes above size 11, and I'm normally 11 and a half. I bought these in a 12. They are a bit long in the toe box, but I'm still able to lock them down well. I have found them very comfortable, and I'm really starting to really enjoy these on my runs. So, and like I said, I'm 110 miles in, and I can hardly see anywhere at all on this CPU outsole. They call it a marathon grade CPU. It's 2 millimeters thick at least everywhere, and in high wear areas they make it 3 millimeters thick. So I do think the outsole is going to last a long time. So since I've enjoyed those so much, I was reading about the Xtep 2,000 kilometer version 5 Pro version. I haven't done a review on these. I've just got about 15 miles on them. I'm probably going to do an initial impressions video soon, and then there'll eventually be a full review on them. But these are also supposed to last around 2,000 kilometers. I don't know, but I think it's kind of interesting that this particular colorway actually comes with, it says "I run, therefore I am." For a company that's Chinese, and all the marketing materials, every insert in it, everything is in Chinese, I find it interesting that they put "I run, therefore I am" in English on this colorway. But this is upgraded from the other Xtep 2,000 kilometer shoe in some ways. It's still got the same marathon grade CPU outsole, but it uses a beaded PEBA foam, kind of like the Red Hare 9 Pro that I'm running in. I would say it's a pretty dense PEBA foam. But it definitely has some bounce, and it's definitely softer from the beginning than the regular Xtep 5. It still has I think it's a slightly softer material on the upper. Both of them, they're calling it the boom. They're the same name on the upper, but I think they're calling this a double jacquard, but it's kind of doesn't feel exactly like jacquard to me, but it does feel like a double mesh upper. It seems to breathe pretty well. It's got a very thin tongue, but it doesn't seem to, I don't feel the lace bite, so it works well there. I would say it's a moderately cushioned heel collar. They do add 4 millimeters more width, so I think that's an upgrade. So it's pretty wide through the toe box, which I'm really enjoying. I wouldn't say it's still necessarily a really wide foot friendly shoe, but I would say if you're a standard foot or less, it's going to work fine for you. Anyway, I am really enjoying the shoe so far. The other things they add is it's a gusseted tongue. The shoelaces actually glow in the dark, which I think is kind of cool. Anyway, you can look forward to my initial impressions and then a full review on these coming up soon. But those are my shoes in my rotation now. Like I said, the Red Hare 8 Pro is probably pretty much going to be retired. I'm putting limited miles on the Phantom 4 right now, and the Mountain Coast C1 will not really be getting many more daily miles, very few more, because I'm going to save it for some of my really long road fixed time races. What will be coming also new before long is Topo is coming out with a new version of the Magnafly. Magnafly 5 a couple years ago was probably my favorite daily trainer. They are coming out with the Magnafly 6, which is going to be a zero drop shoe. The Magnafly 5 had 25 millimeters of stack height, but I found it very cushioned. It felt more cushy than the Escalante from Ultra, and now they're going to have 26 millimeters of stack height. I'm really looking forward to that, and as you can see, I don't really have any zero drop shoes in the rotation right now, so I'm looking forward to doing that to help my feet. Oh, and I did not mention the drops on the two Xtep shoes. The first Xtep shoe, the 2,000 kilometer version 5, they listed as 22 in the forefoot, 29 in the heel, but they are not counting the outsole or the insole. I think when you count the outsole and insole, you're probably somewhere around 35 and 28. And then the Xtep, the Pro version, they list as 27 in the forefoot, 34 in the heel, and again, they're not counting the outsole and insole, so I'm guessing it's something like 38 and 33. Anyway, so I'm enjoying the fact that they're 5mm drop, but I am looking forward to getting those Magnafly 6s soon, so I will have a 0 drop shoe again in my rotation. Anyway, hope you found this interesting. That is my current shoe rotation for Daily Miles. Thanks for joining the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're having a wonderful week, and keep moving.